Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shrejit BK. In this video, we are going to learn about weldings, different kind of welding, principle, classification, etc. This is belong to module 4. So in module 4, mainly it can be divided into two sections. One is traditional welding process, and next one is a special type of welding process. Welding for the first section, first we will study the definition, the principles, classification, application, advantages and limitation of welding process. Then we will go to different kind of welding process, its principle, its advantages, disadvantages and applications. So the different welding process include arc welding, in this one itself metal arc welding, flux shielded metal arc welding, inert gas welding. That inert gas welding is subdivided to tungsten inert gas welding and metal inert gas welding, then submerged arc welding, and finally atomic hydrogen welding. In the second section, it is all about special type of welding, where we have to study resistance welding, seam welding. In resistance welding is classified into seam welding, butt welding, spot welding and projection welding. Next, we have to study some solid state welding like friction welding, explosion welding, thermite welding, laser welding and electron beam welding. So the recommended textbooks are Production Technology by O.P. Khanna, then Metal Casting and Welding, Kasturi Praveen. This is particularly for VTU syllabus only. So in this video, we will start with the basic definition and about the welding and the sum of the arc welding process. Welding is a process of joining two metals, maybe similar or dissimilar metals, by the application of heat or by the application of heat and pressure, with or without using a filler material. So in the definition of welding, it's a joining of two similar or dissimilar metals. Even non-metals also can be welded. It is achieved by application of heat or heat and pressure, and the process is accomplished or completed with the use of filler material or without use of filler material. So in the definition of welding, we have to think about it is a joining process, then it is done by heating and application of pressure, and it may use filler material or it may not use filler material. So 3 points we need to remember in defining welding process. The major part or parts in welding process are, definitely we may have workpieces. So minimum a pair of workpiece will be there. That workpiece may be of same material or of a different material. The edges which need to be joined will be prepared in such a way that it make a perfect joint. The preparation of edges for welding, maybe it is having V groove or V shaped, or it's having a perpendicular surface, perfectly aligned perpendicular surface. So based on this, the kind of joints we require, whether it's a V-butt welding or any other kind of joint, we have to prepare the workpiece. Next we need some source for heat. We know that welding is achieved with the help of heat. This heat will melt the weld zone or the joint where we are going to make. So in order to melt that region, we have to elevate the local temperature of that junction beyond its melting point. This is done with the help of some external heat generating equipments, maybe electric arc or some burning of some gas or some other chemical process, whatever it is. So anyway, we need a heat source, and in some cases we have to apply external force in addition to heat, so that we will get a perfect joint in a limited time. Since we are joining two separate pieces of work pieces, even if we make the edges perfectly smooth, perfectly oriented, definitely if you think about microscopically, there will be some gaps in between the workpiece. So that means once the workpieces are got melted by applying the heat, the melted work that material of workpiece may go into that small gap. As a result, we may not get a proper no properly filled or proper smooth surface at the top side. So in order to fill that gap, as well as in order to make the surface continuous without any hump, we have to give some extra material to that molten portion, so that it will compensate the amount of molten material which went into the gap. So in order to supply that, we use filler material. Mostly the material of filler material will be same as that of workpiece, and in some cases there may be different material also. So these are the essential things or parts in the welding process. Along with that, we need flux material also. Flux is used to avoid the oxidation of this molten metal, which the oxidation is kind of corrosion. It will degrade the material properties. So in order to avoid that oxidation, it can be avoided by eliminating the exposure of this molten pool from the atmosphere. So in order to make an envelope over this molten pool, as well as in order to facilitate a slow cooling of that welded portion, we use flux along with this filler material. So these are the different items, the minimum items required for welded joints. Now we will see some use of this welding in case of industry. So this is a car body manufacturing industry. So why I have put this video is, in the process of this car manufacturing, each stage, at each for different application, the welding process is used. Different welding process is used in for different application. So you might have seen some spot welding, some seam welding, and even simply the cutting of metal portion. So these all are the kind of application of welding. So this video shows the application of welding in the importance of welding in industry or the manufacturing firm. So since it's an interesting video, we can continue watching. See the whatever the spark shows, see, part of the welding process. It's all done by robots. Okay, now we will stop this video and we will see. Okay, continue the principle of welding. So an ideal joint between two pieces of metals or plastic can be made by heating the workpieces to suitable temperature. This is mostly we say that it's a crystallization temperature or the melting temperature. On heating, the material softens sufficiently so that the surface fuse together. The bonding force hold the atoms, ions or molecules together in a solid. This bonding on contact is achieved only when the contaminated surface layer on the workpiece are removed. Two surfaces are made smooth, flat and fit each other exactly. So from the video as well as from the explanation, we understood what's actually happening when we are doing a welding and what are the minimum requirement for the successful welding process. Now we'll see what are different schematically we'll see what are the different items required in a welding or the process in welding or the different sections in a welding process. So primarily we have a workpiece. This is the workpiece. Then we have a heat source is here, maybe arc or arc from that electric arc or some gas flame, whatever maybe some heat source will be there. Then we have a of consumable electrode or a filler material, or its central core is a filler material and its outer surface is flux. I already told the use of flux, which is used to avoid the contact of this molten portion from the surrounding atmosphere in order to avoid the oxidation. Now this is a weld pool or molten pool or weld metal portion. Over that you can see a layer of flux. It's called slag, and this is a inert gas formation by the reaction of this flux with the heat in the presence of atmosphere air. So this shield of gas will protect the molten area or this heat affected area from the surrounding atmosphere, and here the slag will protect the welded portion from oxidation, and also the slag work as a shield to avoid the sudden cooling of this hot metal. If sudden cooling occurs, there will be chance of so many weld deformation, weld defects, including the cracking, and even the base metal characteristic, the property may also get changed. Now we'll see one video which describe you the principle of welding.
Welding has been around in some form or fashion since the 4th century AD, and modern welding techniques fueled the Industrial Revolution and are crucial to many modern industries. Welding is a very broad term, covering hundreds, if not thousands, of specific materials joining processes. Even if you're not a welder by trade or materials joining engineer, understanding how various materials can be joined is a fairly useful life skill. To start off your understanding of welding processes, let's throw out a bunch of acronyms and terms and then dive into specific processes a little later on. The main welding processes are shielded metal arc welding, gas tungsten arc welding, gas metal arc welding, flux cord arc welding, submerged arc welding, electro slag welding, and lastly, resistance welding. These are only the basic welding methods, and there are many different variations of each, along with techniques that weld using frictions, lasers, and even electron beams. Each process is specifically designed for different metals, and there are even processes that can weld dissimilar metals, like copper and iron. There's no way we can cover an extensive review of every single welding process in this video, but we can probably cover enough so you can keep up in a conversation about welding, if you ever find yourself in one of those. All welding processes induce fusion through some energy source. In other words, the base metal is melted in some way. Processes like shielded metal arc welding use an electrode that melts to induce fusion on the base metal and acts as a filler metal for the joint. Gas tungsten arc welding, or what you might know by the name of TIG welding, uses a tungsten electrode and an inert gas, usually helium, to weld the base metal. What you'll find in common between all of the processes mentioned in this video is that there's some form of arc or electrode being used to spark the fusion reaction, thus the A in all of the acronyms for each technique. The only exception in the list that we provided is resistance welding, which uses an electric current to generate heat through the resistance of two overlapping metals. This is just simply a slightly different use of electricity to weld. Arc welding is the most common, but it's also important to know that there is also gas welding and energy beam welding. These processes use gas or energy beams to heat up the material, rather than current and voltage. Gas and energy methods, while variant, are fairly simple to understand in basic mechanics. Each different arc technique uses a different electrode and a different setup of applying flux to the weld. Flux is a purifying agent that helps welds bond materials and maintain uniform structure, therefore increasing strength. For most of the welding techniques, you can somewhat infer how they work from their names. Flux cord arc welding uses a wire with, you guessed it, a flux core. Contrary to what you might think, submerged arc welding isn't actually an underwater process. It uses a consumable electrode to weld under a blanket of flux, therefore submerging the weld under the flux to keep it safe from the atmosphere. Now that we have some background on all of the various welding techniques, we can begin to understand how to weld various metals. Instead of taking a long time to explain why each welding technique can weld each certain material, we'll pop this quick guide on the screen and go through it pretty fast. Steel can be used with these techniques, stainless steel with these, titanium with TIG, to many other factors that we won't get into here. If you want to join two dissimilar
So in this video we have got an overview of the principle of welding, its application, and what are the different kind of welding. So all these things we will study in detail coming slides. So now we will go for the different classification of welding process. The first classification is based on whether the base metal is fused or not. We know that we have to join two base metals, so the joint may be obtained by the fusion of material, or it may be without the fusion of material. So based on that, it is called plastic welding or pressure welding, where a group of welding process which produce quiescence at temperature essentially below the melting point of base material being joined without the addition of filler material. So here there is no that fusion of work is occurring. So the advantage of this process definitely is since the base metals are not melted, and hence the original properties are retained in the metals being joined even after joints. The advantage of this method, but compared to fusion method, the strength will be slightly lower. So the resistance and fusion based welding process usually comes under this category. Now the second one is fusion welding or non-pressure welding. Here the material at the joint is heated to a molten state and allowed to solidify. So that means the base metals are getting melted. So in fusion welding, filler materials are usually used. All fusion welding process have three requirements: heat, shielding, and filler material. Shielding means the flux. All type of arc welding and gas welding process comes under fusion welding. And now the second kind of classification is gas welding. That's based on the which kind of heat source we are using. So in gas welding, we are using burning of fuel gas. It may be oxyacetylene, oxyhydrogen, and air acetylene also there. In arc welding, it is manual metal arc or flux shield metal arc welding, tungsten inert gas welding, metal inert gas welding, and submerged arc welding, electroslag welding, plasma arc welding, and stud arc welding. So these are different kind of arc welding. The third category and classification 2 is resistance welding, where spot welding, seam welding, flashbud welding, projection welding and percussion welding are coming in resistance welding. And next is the solid state welding, where due to frictional heat generation we are using we use that property for the joining process, where the type of welding under this category are friction welding, explosive welding, diffusion welding, forge welding, ultrasonic welding, roll welding, and finally cold welding. Now next category is thermochemical welding, where atomic hydrogen welding, thermite welding are coming under this one, and radiation energy welding, laser welding, electron beam welding, where the source of heat will be radiation energy. Now the application of welding are usually, as we have seen in the video, in almost all industry where some bodybuilding is there, we use joining process, mainly the welding process. So in shipbuilding, automobiles, aircraft, power plants, buildings, bridge construction, storage tanks, pressure vessels, machine tools, railways, coaches, and almost in all production plants we can see this welding process. Now, the advantage of welding process: the strength of the joint obtained in this welding much stronger than the base metals. Either it will be equal to the strength of base metal, or in some cases or in majority cases the strength will be greater than the base metal. Metals with the different chemical composition can be welded, that is different kind of metals can be joined together. Almost all welding equipments are portable. No need to bring the item to our workshop. We can take our welding setup to the site or the location where we want to make the welding. And even complex shape which cannot be molded in a single stretch can be made into different parts, and after molding it into different parts, all these different parts can be joined together using welding. Parts can be fabricated at a reasonable cost. The limitation of welding is the process gives out harmful radiation, fumes, spatters, so it is harmful for the operator or the welder. So the precautions should be taken to avoid this kind of hazards. The welding can be done only with the help of a skilled operator. The high heat involved in this process causes change in the structure of material, thereby lowering its properties. And also the heating and cooling process are there, so which make the change of property of material. Now welded joints are more brittle and therefore the fatigue strength is less than the members joint. This is due to the brittleness is arising due to the heating of that metal portion to high temperature, then we are cooling it suddenly. Because of that heating and cooling process, the material will become, or the joint will become brittle. Results in distortion and induced internal stress. So it's always better to reduce the internal stress by some mechanical or thermal processing. Require necessary jigs fixed to hold the base metals